guys, good morning. Welcome to another YouTube video. So today I'm going to be showing you guys just a really light, very light makeup routine. Just gonna consist of a little bit of highlight, a little bit of concealer, a tiny bit of foundation, just a little bit of mascara, and then just a little bit of bronzer powder, and just a little bit of eyeshadow today. So that's what I'm going to be showing you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy. The first thing I'm going to get started off today is same as my last video with my e.l.f. face primer. This will keep my face from getting really oily and just make my face smooth and make sure my makeup looks clean throughout the day. So I'll just start getting this blended back in to my face. And usually, like I said, I don't put this on my nose just because this one does not keep my nose from getting oily. I've tried this so many times on my nose and my nose has still gotten oily through my makeup. So for those of you with very oily noses or faces in general, I would suggest trying to use a different product if you've tried this one and it's still not working for your face. Alright, so now that we've got that basically blended in, I usually like to always start off by doing my nose eyeshadow primer next after that. And then, as you guys know, I like to do my eyebrows first. I'll go and fill those in and then conceal those. Guys, so I'm gonna go in and dab this on my nose, and then I told you guys before that I have to blend this just because this tends to dry really quick. So I have to make sure that this blends really good into my nose before it dries, make sure it blends fully and that there's no left spots out. That way my nose doesn't get oily. All right, so usually now that that's done, I will go in and put my makeup protector on just so that I don't usually put this on before because I don't need to if I'm not putting the makeup on yet. I usually just put this on when I am specifically putting makeup on just because I don't want to get it onto my hair. So yes, so we'll just go ahead and get this on. All right, now that that is good, I'm just gonna start off by going in and doing my eyebrows. And as I told you guys yesterday, I have to use my mini mirror because it is just very hard to see sometimes in this little mirror right here, so bear with me. Now I'm just gonna go in and lightly fill in my eyebrows. Alright, that's eyebrow number 1 done. Alright guys, so now that my eyebrows are done, I'm going to go in and put in my concealer now. And usually when I'm doing this very light makeup look, all I'm going to be doing is just a tiny dab. I do not need to go in and make it blend all the way out to my eyelid just because I'm just trying to do a light makeup. Now I'm going to go in and alright, so now that that eyebrow's done, we're gonna go in and do the top. Alright, so now that that eyebrow's done, I'm just going to go in and lightly outline the other eyebrow. Sorry guys, gotta get this product on there.
Good boy, you just relax. Good boy. That's a lot of treats right there for relaxing. Good boy. I know a lot about tree nuts, but you know what the best is if they are highly fruit trained.
Oh, wrong way. Alright, a little concealer right here that I'll be needing to blend, so I'll just go ahead and blend that out and get that done. Now that my eyebrows are done, I'm going to go in and put some light concealer on my face. So we're just going to do a little dab, like it's literally going to be a tiny bit. It is not going to be that much. It's just going to be a little bit. I'm just going to go in and blend this out. Usually with this, I like to use my beauty blender because this usually blends it really well. It doesn't leave it unblended, so we'll go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna do a little bit more. Usually I don't want to do too much here, just so that it's very light. And that'll probably be enough for my whole part of my face right there. Alright, so now that that's blended out, we'll just go in and put a little bit of foundation on the outer parts of my face. Usually with this foundation, I like to just dab it a little bit onto my beauty blender, and then we'll just go ahead and blend it out around my face. Just lightly, just so that it doesn't overpower anything. We'll just go ahead and blend that out. Just a little bit. Alright, so now that that's blended out, we'll go ahead and go in with some powder, and then we'll also just contour my nose a little bit. So I'm just going to put a little contour on my nose, and then we'll just end up blending this out into my nose just so that it's not some dots, as you can see how it looks on my face. But usually I blend this out, as we saw in the previous video. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend this out and make sure that I don't leave it unblended, because this can look very sideways if I don't blend it all the way. And I don't know if any of you girlies out there have done contour, but any of you guys know that doing contour can be a little difficult. So just so that I'm trying to make sure. So now I'm going to go in with my powder. Usually with this one, I use my concealed beauty blender just so that I don't mix it with the one that I use for my foundation. So I'm just going to go ahead and put some powder along my face. All right, we're going to powder, and then we're going to do the undersides of my face like normal. All right, and then we'll let that set. I'm just going to do a little bit right here, and then we'll just go ahead and let that powder set on my face, and then we'll blend that out. And then usually after this, I usually will go in, do a little bit of highlight, put some mascara and then put a little bit of eyeshadow on my eyes just to make my eyes pop a little bit. Guys, now that the powder is set, we're just gonna go in and blend it out just so my face looks smooth and everything mixes well. Go ahead and blend. Alrighty guys, so now that that is blended out, I'm just gonna go in and put some light eyeshadow on, and then I'm going to go in and do my highlight and then my mascara. So usually when I'm doing some light eyeshadow, I like to go in with this brush. Alrighty guys, so I'm going in with my Soft Glam palette, and I am going to be blending out with just this color, and this color. This is just to do a little cute little nude look on my eye. Alrighty, now that that eye's done, we'll go in and do the other eye with those same 3 colors that I showed you. Alrighty guys, so now that that's done, I'm just going to take my really skinny brush that I use to highlight the inner corners of my eye and to line the outer edges of my eye, and we're just going to put some very light highlight on there. I'm going to put some highlight in the corners of my eye, and then we are going to do the other corner. And then now I'm going to go and do my liner. Now we're going to do the other eye. Alright, so now that that's done, I'm going to go in and highlight the rest of my face. I'm going to use this little tip brush. Just put some highlight on my cheeks and blend that out, make sure that looks good. And then I'm going to do my other cheek now. And then I'm just going to put some light highlight on my nose, and then usually I like to finish off by putting some light highlight on my eyebrows. So now that I'm done with the highlight on my cheeks, I'm going to go in and do a little highlight on my nose.
Okay, Bonnie.
Alrighty, now I'm just going to go back in with my thin brush and just put some highlight on my eyebrow, on the underside of my eyebrow, and then on the upper side, top side of my eyebrow on the other one. So usually that is my complete look. And then I'll just go in and dab around my nose. And then just a little light dab on my cheek just to blend it out so it doesn't just look stuck there. And then we'll blend that one out. Alrighty guys, now time for some light mascara on my eyelashes. So we're gonna go ahead and do that on my eyelashes. Guys, so I'm just gonna finish doing this mascara on my eyelashes, and then as I told you guys before, I usually don't like to do my bottom lashes because it tends to get in my eye. So we'll just go ahead and put this on, and then usually I like to put some lipstick on, so I'm gonna go ahead and put on my Infallible Pro Gloss. That's what it looks like, how you say it. Infallible. I think that's how you say it. But this is one of my favorite glosses, so I'm gonna put this on. Alright. Alrighty, guys. So this is the final look. This is just an easy, light makeup to do for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed doing this makeup with me. Stay tuned for more videos. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and go view my videos on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I'll see you next time.